During the ice storm in winter 2023, Austin Energy in Austin, Texas couldn't keep the lights on for hundreds of thousands of customers. Quietly, former Austin Energy General Manager Jackie Sargent announced her retirement in March of that year. Government watchdog group OpenTheBooks.com has learned that Sargent continued to earn a massive salary for almost a year after she left her job. Joining us now to discuss this is Open the Books Deputy Public Policy Editor Rachel O'Brien. Welcome to the National News Desk once again, Rachel. Thanks for joining us. Now, kind of tell us the details of Sargent's retirement first, just kind of set everything up last year that allowed her to keep earning her salary, and how much was it?
Yeah, she became one of several highly paid public officials in Texas to cost taxpayers huge sums when leaving office. So uh, this is an example of what we see too often around the country. So she left Austin Energy, put a press release on March 31st of 2023 after this terrible ice storm. It said that Sargent was retiring effective immediately. But that wasn't the whole story, and that was the beginning of the city's lack of transparency about her pay. That same day, Sargent signed an agreement with the city to stay on the payroll through the rest of the year in a consultant role. She earned over $445,000 in 2023, more than anyone in Austin besides the former city manager, Spencer Cronk. And he was fired in February 2023. So the two highest paid employees in Austin that year both left their jobs in the first quarter.
Of course, that was a red herring because of what happened during that winter of 2023. Now, is a new general manager earning about the same amount? What is this person making?
Yeah, our team looked at the contract for the new Austin Energy City general manager. Rather, that's Bob Kahn. He took over in June last year, so he makes $475,000 a year. Besides the exorbitant high pay, there is also a real issue of accountability and transparency in the city payroll. First, the city saying that Sargent was retiring while actually keeping her on and continuing to pay her. And then, secondly, when we submitted our public records request for the payroll, Sargent was left off of it. We noticed the omission and we asked about it. They sent us a revised payroll with her on it. But had we not noticed she was missing, there had been no accountability for her pay and the fact that taxpayers were continuing to pay her salary.
So you said she was left off the list that you initially received.
Yeah, that's right. So she was left off and we noticed it. We were looking specifically for her and we said, hey, where is she? She had gotten this huge payout and we were looking to see exactly what she was making. This isn't the first time we've seen Austin pay sizable salaries to retiring employees. So again, former city manager Spencer Cronk, as I mentioned, he was making $388,000 in base pay plus generous benefits. He got a $463,000 severance. All combined, he earned nearly $1 million from taxpayers for 12 months of work.
And your research, is this typical for Austin or really any other city to pay out salaries to employees who are no longer working at this level in terms of dollar amount?
Right. Unfortunately, we do see it quite a bit. TC Broadnax, so he was the new city manager, right? He is the new city manager who replaced Spencer Cronk. He makes $470,000 base pay plus $65,000 in other pay. Plus, he resigned as city manager of Dallas in February 2024, and his severance from Dallas was over $423,000. So he's also getting about $1 million from Texas taxpayers right now. In California, there's at least 10 city managers who make more than $500,000. And often when these high level officials leave, they do get a payout. They have it in their contract that they get a payout of their salary. That's compared to mayors. Mayors make a lot less. The highest paid mayor in the country, or one of the highest, if not the highest, the mayor of San Francisco, London Breed, makes a salary of $357,000. New York City's mayor, Eric Adams, gets about $258,000. He's the city's 418th highest paid employee. So these city managers are getting a lot of money. They often do get these huge payouts when they leave.
Why do you think it's important that our viewers and people around the country have this type of information?
Well, taxpayers are getting a raw deal having to pay these salaries, right? So they're getting paid, a quarter, if even, what these people are getting paid. And oftentimes when, especially in the case of what we're talking about here with the ice storm, in Austin, these people didn't do their jobs effectively. They really impacted people's lives negatively. And they got this enormous package, this payout, really for no reason other than that they were able to negotiate it in their contract. Taxpayers shouldn't have to pay the salaries of people who do not do their jobs well, and oftentimes pay their salaries even after they're out of the job.
All right, thanks, Rachel. Rachel, Open the Books Deputy Public Policy Director, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.